Hi guys, I'm here to do a much anticipated update blanket reveal on the Reborn that was titled Reborn box opening gone wrong. Oh no, and it was a baby from eBay. It's like one of my top viewed videos, and I've gotten some very interesting comments on it, to saying I should be grateful, and then other ones saying I probably didn't pay that much. I've had other ones saying it looks like a dead baby. Just a plethora, there we go, of messages. So, everyone to know, what happened to this baby? Did I keep it? Did I modify it? Did I send it out to be painted, repainted, stripped? What happened? And if you remember, it was a girl, and it had like this white, kind of chalky, matte finish, and a lot of things were hidden in the photos. I got it from eBay. This can happen. Was it a $600 doll? No, thank goodness. Did I get my money back? No. Did I even get a percentage back? Sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't describe. Nothing. So, oh my goodness. My phones just will not stop. Okay, I'm going to have to put them on mute. Sorry. So anyways, I'm holding like a tripod thing at the same time. So, let's get to this update. It was a girl. Is it still a girl? You see a florally pretty, I love this vibrant blanket. I got this at Tuesday's Child. Excuse my nebulizer machine, you can see right there. I have COPD and I have pneumonia right now, getting over with, hopefully. On my way to healing. So, to give you a hint of confusion, there's a monkey blankie there. And it looks kind of like a swaddle, like you would have the Velcro here, but it isn't. It's just very soft. It's by Little Me. Kind of like the, like the Carter's ones. But it has this double layer in the corner and has this embroidered monkey. And I'm a monkey fanatic. So, and it has like a tan trim. So we have a fuzzy pink floral blanket. And then we have a boyish monkey blanket. Are you ready to see? It's a lot of changes. This baby looks quite different. So I went, I'm not going to say anywhere. We're going to do a sneak peek. Oh, that looks like a little boy sleeper. So, I haven't reweighted it yet. I was going to reweight it a little bit. But, I got creative. This baby kind of sat in the corner. I didn't do much with it. And I got to thinking, and I got creative. But you can see, it's like, compared to my flesh tone, it's like a chalky, trying to get a good view here. You can see it's like chalky. And then the veins look like pen lines. It's just, so, everybody kept saying, oh my goodness, I don't want to get demonetized for that. I thought I hit mute. At this point, I'm going to power off this phone. Because I got someone that obviously wants to get a hold of me. And that one plays music ringtones. And I don't want that little bit of song to say demonetized. Especially this is anticipated. So, anyways. So, everybody kept saying, oh, you know, it looks dead. La la la. I mean, like I said, I've had all these comments. So I was like, you can see the paint. Let me put not a real Reborn, but you know what I mean. a well done Reborn next to here, so you can see. No, he has pretty, because he is twin B. But of course he has a lot of mottling because he's a newborn. But I mean, you can see his flesh tones and veins versus, yeah. So, anyways. So the hair was beautifully rooted though. And everybody was saying, oh, it looks scary. So anyways, we're going to, does have a magnet posse. If y'all remember this baby. I'm sure as soon as you see the face, you'll be like, ah. But look at the beautiful hair. Now, it looks wet, but it's not. I did a detangler spray that sets like this. But all the way, it's wavy. And it is so curly and thickly, nicely rooted. So the rooting was really well. I mean, very soft. And I was like, oh. And once I combed it over and everything, I said, kind of looks like a boy. So, but all I'm going to do, because it's so, I wish I could get better lighting, so chalky looking. I mean, you can't see the other residue on it with this lighting. So, I got creative. Are you ready? And I've always wanted an alternative baby, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a positive out of a somewhat negative. So, are you ready for the surprise? Dun dun dun! I made myself a vamp baby. Yes, a vamp baby. So, if I want to hide it, and I was like, he's wearing too cutesy, but I got to get him like a little, kind of like vamp clothes, a little black sleeper or whatever, little black, little fake tuxedo, little outfit or something. But I sculpted, and then they dried his very own fangs. Oh yes. And so I put him on the corners of each of his mouth, and they are sharp. So, he doesn't have a name yet, but he is my, and I did this right around Halloween, and I've been sick so I couldn't share it, but I was like, yep, he's my little vamp baby. So, I was thinking the name Damien, but I'm like, nah, that's kind of related to the devil, and I didn't want negative. So, I took a negative and made it into a positive, and made him into a baby I'd adore. Because I've been thinking about it for a while. I wanted a vamp baby. I'll just leave that off so you guys can see him. And I think he looks great as a vamp baby. I mean, I'll just put the blanket over him that way. You can imagine him without cutesy PJs on. Wearing little monkey PJs. These are vintage Carters too, I think. I've been collecting Reborns and baby clothes for like 9 years, so I have some vintage stuff. So, you can imagine him now. Doesn't he look like a vamp? So, it was perfect. And the rooting of his hair, he looks like a little Dracula. He's so cute. So, I turned, like I said, a negative into a positive. It wasn't really a negative, but just I didn't know what I was going to do. And it wasn't, definitely not a fairy baby or something like that. And I always wanted an alternative. So, we found the bright side of the rainbow, and I, you know, sometimes you'll get a reborn and you'll get it as a girl and you're like, it looks like a boy. You'll dress as a boy and you'll fall in love, or you can't bond or whatever. So I found a way that I adore him. And he's like, I'm going to bite my finger. I think he's adorable. Now that he has his vamp teeth. He's a little still plushy here. He's got poly beads and everything. But, I mean, the rooting, like I said, is just the softest little curly hair. Let's see what this, I think this is, and this sculpt is sold out, but I think he's on quite a too big of a body. I might go with a smaller body because he seems too wide. Yeah, this is Carter's Made with Love newborn But this is older. They don't have... This is probably 6, 7 years old. And it says, I'm in charge. It's got all the animals all over it. And then it has where the mitts, when they had on the sleepers, they don't have it very often. They have it on the gowns, but not the sleepers. And the fold over. And I also collect a purple... I'll have to show you out my collection someday of my vintage Carter clothes. As I'm organizing and getting more stuff done. I do have in my video list, some people have asked me, I do have to do another video for my nursery tour. But there's a 2-part nursery tour. And it shows a lot of the dolls I collect and things like that. Masterpiece dolls, Reborns, different ones. I mean, some have joined or left since then. But I just think he's got a little bit too big in the body. So if I took a little bit out, but because he's got tiny little legs, tiny. I mean, if anyone knows how big Twin B is, he is tiny. And then look at his little chicken legs. And his little chicken legs. Hang on, I'll unsnap him here. Try and do it one-handed. But, see, I'm adored in a different way, so I didn't go anywhere. He's been here. I mean, even before I alternative, or put the fangs on him, I was like, yeah, he's just going to be... But I definitely thought, once I did his hair, he definitely looked like a boy. You can see his feet. He's got 3/4 limbs, but they're little chicky legs. Little bent, little chicky legs. And this is a older sold-out sculpt that was sold on, I believe it was McPherson's. So it's not a cheap sculpt. It's just, I think, maybe back then they didn't know. Whoever Reborn... Annie Kiley is the sculptor. Maybe they didn't know, you know, like, different matte varnishes or whatever we have now. Or maybe it was air dry paint, so they didn't bake in between. And I thought, you know, if I have them stripped and this and that, I was like, no, I can do it myself. So now I can get pretty good at it. I was thinking, you know, I could, because I'm going to be painting soon, and I said I'd like to make clown babies, some other alternatives. So if I did need to not only sculpt teeth, I could sculpt and paint with this material I'm using. It turns to like a jelly and then hardens and turns white. But then I could paint it. So I could... Oh my goodness, my phone. I could sculpt... I got too many phones to shut off at the same time. We're just going to have to deal with it, I guess. I could sculpt teeth. Besides teeth, I mean, like... Say, like, I want to make a fairy baby. And I wanted to sculpt bigger ears. Pointed ears. And then paint it. Or I wanted to make, like a fawn. They have the new fawn, like little horns in the head. There's so many ideas that you could do. But I want to try to do a sugar skull. Sugar skull clown baby is one of, besides regular Reborns. So right now, I just got these guys propped on my bed. He's like, I need to go back to my twin sister. So, that was my little update. I hope you all enjoyed. I've got so many questions, so I said, well, it's going to be a happy update. So, there he is. And if you have some name suggestions, just not like demon names. We want it to keep positive. So, I mean... There's something like Darius or something, I don't know, but not too complicated, but you know what I mean. Some kind of little, well, I'm not going to name him Dracula. He's like, this is like my punching hand. And I do like the little hog jowl, little cheeks. My oldest son had that. And you could go like this and tickle him and be like, all my babies were. And this one has like a little pointy finger, so he's like, I'm gonna bite my... And it was perfect, his mouth, the way it's sculpted. The lips came down, I could just put him right in the corners. So it was perfect with him having a closed mouth. And he already has like a dark hazel eyes. I could put some lashes on, but I thought that would be... he looks more vamp without him. But I do love his hair. And he is cuddly. So, with that said, I have to get some, like one of those, you know, like the fake tuxedo guys have t-shirts. I was thinking about getting him like the onesie and then put little black pants and little like black patent leather shoes and stuff and make him into... I do have a little suit, but, you know, dress him the part. I wanted to reveal him on Halloween because I did it right around Halloween and I got sick the day after Halloween, so I didn't get to. So with that said, like, comment, subscribe, and as usual, Dolly hugs, and I hope you all are well, and you enjoyed this update. Until then, and name suggestions down below, please. Thumbs up, keep it positive, and he says bye-bye for now. He says, I need a name.